Today, the BJP government took charge in Gujarat after a historic mandate, both in terms of seat share and vote share. The Saffron Party's blockbuster poll show in Gujarat is being seen as a precursor to what lies ahead in 2024. The overwhelming support for Prime Minister's image and BJP's development politics versus an opposition that is still looking for a foolproof success formula. And the seeming lack of a winning strategy seems to be prompting the leaders from opposition parties to react sharply to the assembly poll outcomes, discrediting the BJP and, of course, the PM. In the most direct and most objectionable of all attacks, a senior Congress leader in Madhya Pradesh, Raja Pateria, goaded his audience to do the hatya of Prime Minister. His rationale for the call was that this is what will save the constitution.
कि मोदी इलेक्शन खत्म कर देगा, मोदी धर्म जाति भाषा के आधार पर बांट देगा, दलितों को, वनवासी आदिवासियों को और अल्पसंख्यकों का भावी जीवन खतरे में है। संविधान यदि बचाना है तो मोदी की हत्या करने के लिए तत्पर रहो, हत्या इंदा से कराने का काम
has been filed against Raja Pateria for hate speech and promoting enmity. It was followed by a half-hearted apology from the leader. In a statement, he said that his comments were misquoted and should not be seen in the wrong light. However, while Pateria resorted to threats, senior leader Pawan Khera came up with another explanation, saying that in Gujarat, Ichchadari votes were behind the BJP's win.
ये नया मॉडल आ रहा है, इच्छाधारी वोट। साहेब ने इच्छा कर ली, वोट पड़ गए। लोगों की जरूरत नहीं है, मशीनों की जरूरत नहीं है, वोटर की जरूरत नहीं है। जो चुनाव मुक्त भारत हो रहा है, लोकतंत्र मुक्त भारत हो रहा है, इस विषय में हर और आपको गंभीरता से आवाज उठानी होगी।
It's not just that the Congress that is trying hard to explain away the mind-boggling momentum of the Modi juggernaut. DMK mouthpiece Muruswamy today discredited the BJP's claims that their victory in Gujarat was a validation of the party's development plank and proof that it resonated among the electorate. The publication said that it was freebies and communal ideology that helped the BJP lure voters and not the benefits accrued by the centre's schemes. A criticism that the BJP has called a case of sour grapes for an opposition that is in denial and incapable of accepting the writing on the wall.
That the Gujaratis have voted in favor of BJP in a massive way, massive support. Even when Mr. Modi was not a chief minister, they have voted for this. Why are they not able to simply digest this basic fact? They want to give excuses for winning. There are no second thoughts on that. It is just because they have been part of UPA 1, UPA 2. I think, does that stop them from using their reasoning power? There. Illogical, I would call this.
Aparajita Sarangi, MP and national spokesperson of the BJP with us, along with Salem Dharanidharan, spokesperson of the DMK, Kamru Choudhury, leader of the Congress. Mr. Dharanidharan, I want to start with you. When clearly every evidence points to the fact that the BJP has swept tribal areas, won OBC seats, won reserved seats, even bettered its performance in Muslim-dominated seats and rural Gujarat, doesn't it seem churlish to disregard all of that and say, oh, it is only about polarization? You're muted, sir.
In power.
Yes, go on.
BJP has been in power in Gujarat for more than 30 years. They won 7 terms. But let's compare where they stand, right? Graduate enrollment ratio in Tamil Nadu is 52%. Gujarat is 20-odd%. We have 4 doctors per 1,000 population. Gujarat has 1 doctor per 1,000 population. We have 80% girls in high school, but Gujarat has 45% girls in high school, half of Tamil Nadu, right? We spend 3 times the amount than Gujarat on PDS. We have lowest food inflation in India, where Gujarat has the highest food inflation in India. Similarly, we have the same per capita GDP as Gujarat in Tamil Nadu, but we have 4 times lower poverty rate. For example, the poverty rate in Tamil Nadu is 4%, in Gujarat is 16%. And another example, let's quote.
But sir, this is not about the performance of governments. The very narrow argument here is, why does the BJP win? The BJP says, because our schemes are beneficiary, people vote for us. You say, oh, it's just about polarization and reveries. Explain how you arrived at that conclusion.
I clearly said, when Tamil Nadu has done 4 times better, when the state has been in the BJP for the last 3 decades, but still their performance do not even match to 30% of what Tamil Nadu has achieved, and still voting for it. The Murbi Bridge crisis, In the same place, the same MLA was re-elected. How is it possible? Like,
why do you think that happened? So not only did the BJP win in Morbi, it also won all the seats where the Patidar agitation had taken place. It won all the seats. In fact, it won the seat in Naroda. It won the seat in Godhra. Why do you think that happened?
That's what I already said. It's because of religious polarization and fake promises. In fact, the Honorable Home Minister always been saying, no, Revdi is wrong. But still, the most worst form of freebie, that is to offer two-wheelers, that was written in the BJP's manifesto.
So, sir, if you're saying that it's because of polarization and false promises, either the voters in these 3 seats are communal or they are stupid.
See, I do not want to comment on voters, but also I want to add on, there was this Lok Niti CSDS survey, which says 53% of those surveyed in Gujarat has agreed that corruption has increased. More than 50% has agreed that price has raised. More than 71% has agreed that unemployment has raised.
So, sir, since you're talking about surveys, let me actually show you why just talk about Gujarat. The BJP's formula has evolved since 2014. In 2014, in the rural constituencies, the BJP in 2009 only had a 16.5% seat share. In 2014, it got 57.4% of the rural seats, and in 2019 Lok Sabha election, the BJP won 74% of rural seats. So the poorest seats, where there is most agrarian distress, 3/4 of those seats nationally, not just in Gujarat, not just in one state, nationally 75% of those seats go to the BJP. What explains that, Mr. Dharnidharan?
No, I'll give 2 explanations. The first, BJP has electoral bonds, which is it's a legalized form of corruption, has gotten more money than any other political party put together. In Gujarat,
sir, however much money you may spend, at the end of the day, why is the voter voting? Is the voter voting because they are taken in by a splashy ad campaign, or because they are communal, or they're taken in by false promises? There has to be a reason that in 10 years, from 17% rural seats, the BJP goes to 75%.
Yeah, that's what I want to complete. Let me complete.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. 80% electoral bonds went to Gujarat, so they made the election from 1 people, 1 vote to 1 rupee, 1 vote. That's one problem. And second issue is, if you look at most states, except Gujarat and Uttar Pradesh, big states, they haven't won. In Maharashtra, the MLAs were bought. In Karnataka, the MLAs were bought.
Actually, sir, they have the largest number of MLAs in Maharashtra as well.
And again, if you look at Tamil Nadu, they are less than 5%, Kerala less than 12%, Telangana no presence, Andhra Pradesh no presence, and again West Bengal, you know how badly they lost. So in most major states they have lost. And also, let me tell you, in municipal elections in Tamil Nadu in 2022 March, DMK got more than 60% vote share. I don't know why the media was not speaking about the excellent performance of the Dravidian model government. That is
Sir, we spoke about your excellent performance when you won that election. So, either it is about false promises which mislead the voters, Aprajita Sarangi, or ultimately it comes down to money power. The fact is you've got electoral bonds, moolah with you, and you manage to influence the voters.
And also polarized people. Polarizing people has been the trend.
Polarized people. So are you saying that barring Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, Telangana, the rest of the country is communal?
I'm saying you just want 2 major states.
Or West Bengal.
Uttar Pradesh and Gujarat.
So basically any state that votes for BJP is communal, the rest are secular.
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying you can divide the vote based on polarization, and that's what they've succeeded. And
Aprajita Sarangi.
And you're also failing. I can see it out of 3 elections.
Or maybe people just like them. Mr. Dharnidharan, with the greatest of respect,
very good evening.
Maybe people just like the BJP and want to vote for them. Because you've gone from blaming it on electoral bonds to polarization to false promises, but you haven't acknowledged the one factor that may be working. For example, let me tell you this. Hold on a second. Earlier, the BJP was called the upper caste party, which basically is anti-Dalit. That's what was held against the RSS. Let me actually tell you how over time, among OBCs and Dalits, you have the BJP stock consistently rising, and this is hard data. How? You have OBCs and scheduled castes accounting for as many as 57.5% of the BJP's Lok Sabha candidates for UP seats in the elections. 52.8% of their candidates in the 2017 assembly polls were actually OBCs and scheduled castes. So the BJP is polarizing, it's anti-Dalit, but do you know that more than half of the candidates that they chose in Uttar Pradesh were either OBCs or Dalits? Maybe that's why people are voting for them in villages and among the backward castes.
See, I think you can try to play around with people maybe once or twice, but not always. And I think the future will say the truth. Maybe we have 2025 elections that will definitely tell the truth to people. But I'm asking the question, why is the performance so bad compared to Tamil Nadu when you have the same per capita GDP and the same GDP for the state?
Okay.
Why is it
So,
that you're...
sir, again, this is not about the performance of the states, but the valid question is that if you've got such a magic formula and everyone across the country seems to love you, why can you never crack? For example, if Dalits are finding representation in BJP and similarly voting for them in Uttar Pradesh, even Tamil Nadu has a large Dalit OBC population. They don't want you. Aprajita Sarangi, something doesn't add up. They want the DMK Congress.
Bharatiya Janata Party cornered 52.5% vote in Gujarat. And as far as Congress is concerned, it was at 41% in 2017. It came down to 27%. We are all aware of this. Now, the fact is also there, which you just mentioned, Padmaja, that almost for 27 years, Congress kept on saying that the tribals, the minorities, that is, the Muslims and the Christians were with them. But what happened to them? Across Gujarat, it was all Bhagwa this time. So all these categories of people everywhere actually gave a thumbs up to the governance model of Prime Minister Modi and his team in Gujarat. We must accept this. All these people who are whining, who are complaining, are actually blaming the chessboard because they do not know how to actually handle this entire thing which is happening around Prime Minister Modi.
The logic is that the flaw in your model is that it doesn't work in Himachal, it doesn't work in Tamil Nadu, it doesn't work in Odisha, it doesn't work in Telangana, it doesn't work in Andhra Pradesh.
Don't forget that we are in 19 states, right? NDA states are 19 in number, and we are actually increasing this number with every passing day. And 2024 is just coming. Now, 10 states would be going for elections in 2023, and you will see the results. All of us will see the results. So I think it is Seva, Sushashan and Garib Kalyan.
All right, since you're talking about that,
it takes
somehow
time.
At the end of the day, if we leave aside all of these arguments of polarization and poll bonds, at the end of the day, the voter, Kamru Choudhury, is just looking out for herself. She is thinking, what benefits me? And literally, when you have direct benefit transfer, how? Between 2013-2014 and 2018-2019, direct benefit transfer into people's bank accounts went up by 29 times. In 2013, the DBT was 7,367 crores, and in 2018-19, the direct cash transfers were at 2.14 lakh crores. 29 times. So you had 29 times people saying, "Meri jeb mein paisa hai, main is aadmi ko vote dunga."
Oh, so what's the point that you are trying to
The point is that you can keep looking for excuses. The point is that the voter is saying, my caste politics, my religious politics is getting me zilch. If I just vote for people who are benefiting me, I will reap the benefits. That is the most mercenary point.
You are absolutely wrong. You are absolutely wrong, Padmaja.
Then why is the BJP winning?
Welfare state that India is a socialist democratic republic that we are. The 29 times that the DBT has increased that you are quoting right now started only because of the Aadhaar card. The UIDA started by Manmohan Singh's government. You cannot deny that. The rural employment scheme that UPA started, the Manrega scheme, was started
so if you
by
started
the
everything, why aren't you winning?
Benefited out of this.
If you started everything, why aren't you winning? It's as simple as that.
Which was also started by the Congress regime.
Sir, if you started everything, why aren't you winning?
No, the point, I'm coming to that point, Padmaja. The caste equation, the religious equation that you are driving out from your analysis of the Gujarat results are not so accurate. You know, there are places in the tribal belt, out of the 29 seats, in the tribal belt, scheduled tribe reserved category seats out there. You can find out, if you analyze the data, there has been a direct impact on the results because of the Aam Aadmi Party coming in as a what do you call this, an X factor in these elections. Regarding the other seats wherein the Muslim population voted for the Bharatiya Janata Party, as you may want to put it like this.
Okay.
It's not like this. The Muslim population voted in 2014 around 6 to 8%. It remained constant in 2019. Remained constant, maybe a
So I'm just trying to understand, is the villain of the piece the Bharatiya Janata Party and their electoral bonds, or is the villain of the piece the Aam Aadmi Party, or polarization? Or false promises?
It is a combination of all the three that you are coming in. Why I say this, you know, the polarization that has been done in Gujarat after the 2002 till 2022 that we are seeing out here is confined only to the state of Gujarat and Uttar Pradesh right now. You see, the Hindutva model that the Bharatiya Janata Party wanted to spell out in other states is waning slowly, and the Bharatiya Janata Party must be a worried lot.
Okay, I'm sure they will be, sir. They look very worried as they swore in all of their record-breaking number of MLAs today in Gandhinagar. That is exactly what a worried lot looks like. Thanks very much, though. It's still a very short road to the 2024 election. I'm sure that time will pass very quickly. Completely out of time, ma'am. Thanks very much, both gentlemen, Aparajita Sarangi, for joining me. Thanks for watching.